Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with Haikyuu Season 4. We are on Episode 5, and in the last episode we are seeing the benefits of Hinata's observation right now by being in this youth training camp. And it's actually sort of coming to fruition, like not just in, you know, what he is picking up, but also the fact that he is teaching others. We saw him teach Hyakuzawa to slow the pace down, to basically take it easy, which is obviously the name of last episode's last episode, it was the title, wasn't it? And yeah, basically getting your composure and slowing the game down, and basically helping a rival, and seeing that camaraderie's, you know, it's fantastic, especially between rivals that, you know, they're not your actual teammates, you know. But like I said in the last episode post discussion about rivals, it's just about making sure that they're at the top so that they push you to reach for, like, you know, and strive for higher heights, you know. So it's really cool to see. And then also on the other hand, we have Kageyama, who is basically being, you know, we have all these characters that are basically, you know, I feel like they feel like Kageyama is sort of a threat in a way, and they're all just like kind of, you know, like kind of sort of giving him shit because of it, in their own like sort of individual way. You know, the biggest one seeming like it's going to be Mia Atsumu, the other setter. But yeah, we also have that other character who is essentially like Hinata, and therefore he's a great reference, as Kageyama said, because he is very similar, being short, and having that high jump and whatnot. So yeah, but he is the top, like one of the top 3 spikers. So I think at this point he's clearly better than Hinata, but you know, it's going to be interesting anyway. It might give us a sort of look into what Hinata can become, you know. So it'll be nice to see more of that. And yeah, I don't think there's anything. Oh yeah, we'll have Suki as well, who is obviously sort of focused on his sort of blocking training going forward, because you know, into the nationals now, it's against teams that are even better than teams that have come up against in the past, and they all have their different sort of ways of playing, and Suki obviously understands that, so therefore he wants to get all the experience that he can in terms of blocking against a lot of different styles of spikers and stuff. So yeah, there is that. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really talk about, so we're going to get into episode 5 and see what we get. If you do want to go watch the full length, you can do by going over to my Patreon now and becoming a full length tier patron, and that'll give you access to the full length, completely uncut and whatnot. But if you do want to watch just the 10-minute version, then you can do. It'll just be on here right now. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really talk about, so we're going to get in episode 5 and see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Oh, here we go. This was literally... We're getting back into that whole thing. I was literally talking about this last episode in the post discussion. I wonder if Atsumu going to bring that back out of him again. I feel like it's going to, you know. If they're bringing this up, then I think he's going to go back to it then. It's different when he's not playing with Karasuno, you know. Whoa. That was like a dump, but not. I wonder, what would he call that? Yeah, that's good. It means that you're sort of forced in positions of stuff that you don't normally do. Yeah, those long limbs, man. Got a touch to it. it good enough this time?
ちょっと割れたか。
い
いじゃん。十分。
You can do it. It's close to the net, though, isn't it? If it drifted towards the net, that's what he likes, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it drifted towards the net, but he likes those types of sets, doesn't he?
体調不良のため急遽ここから合同練習試合を行います。秋に当たったらしい。
God's sake.
で、再び白鳥沢3年生および OB の皆さんも練習試合の相手をしてくださいます。
They'll still not beat them, but it's got to be better, right?
そういえばカラスノの10番、前来た時もサポートやってたけど、なんで出ないんだ？
まずあいつはこの強化合宿にそもそも呼ばれてなくて。
は？どういうことだよ。
That was a really weird transition of Hinata's face there.
牛島さん、質問いいですか？
日向のやつ、牛若に話しかけてる。
牛島さんはレシーブの時何を考えてますか？
お前は牛島さんにアドバイス求めなくていいの？
俺はライバルに助言を求めるというのは何というか。
今お前はカラスノの10番に確実に一歩出遅れたわけ
He
だ。
might be forcing them to change, like because Hinata gives out information to his rivals, you know. It's so different to like anything else we've seen in the show so far, which I just really like. I'm really liking this arc.
フェイント！ああ、ナイス！
拾うだけで完結せず、バックアタックの助走を妨げない配慮。
Yeah, nice. Oh my god, you fucking hell.
山レフトいいですね。欲しい海のセッターも。
It's a hell of a team.
調子がいい。周りのうまさに引っ張られる。うめえな。
Oh, I hope it doesn't like gain some kind of thing when he goes back to Karasuno, you
俺
know.
のトスを疑ってな。
遅かれ早かれ優秀な彼らには結果を出さなければいけない日がやってくる。でも大きなプレッシャーの中にあっても彼らにこそバレーボールを楽しいと思ってもらいたい。
さあ、どうぞ。
Damn.
うまいセッターはスパイカーに錯覚さえ起こさせる。自分は上手くなった、強くなったという錯覚を。
Similar to what Kageyama was doing for Hinata, you know.
厚むや影山のセットアップで打ってたスパイカーがチームに戻ってからあれってならないといいけどな。
Yeah, I hope Kageyama. I mean, it would make sense story-wise, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like him going back to Karasuno, noticing the drop-off of difference in ability, you know. Hey, speaking of Karasuno,
久瀬、ナイスター！木下さん、ジャンプフローター上手くなってる。
oh, Yamaguchi.
負けねえ。
Yeah, you're gonna be our jump floater guy. You're number one.
鵜飼君。
先生、どうだった？
基本先方も OK なんですが、あとは日程が合うかどうか
What's
な
up?
んです。
渡航まで1ヶ月切ってるし、メンバーが戻った状態で少しでも多く試合しときたい。できるだけ強い相手と。
帰ってきますしね、彼らが。
Tomorrow? Fucking hell.
スパイカー。面白かったっす。俺のセットで打てへんやつはただのポンコツや。
You see, that's similar back to when.
トビオ君はセッターよりスパイカーの方が向いてるんちゃう？セッターやってる時は小難しい顔しとったから。
でも俺はセット
You
で。
see, I don't know if Atsumu is only saying this because he doesn't want his position taken, kind of thing. But I don't know.
あ、お利口さんってどういう意味ですか？
そのまんまの意味。真面目で素直でええ子やねって。
I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint him because he could be a good guy, but
慣れ
you
ない
know.
場所メンバーでの合宿お疲れ様でした。ここでの練習とチームに戻ってからの練習を別物として考えないでもらいたい。これから頑張っていきましょう。
Oh, that's it.
以上。
ありがとうございました。
Damn, I kind of wanted more of it, but oh fuck. All right, okay.
トビオ君また春高でな
またね
You see, this is good because this like just sets up things for the future. Like we know these people now before the tournament's even started.
すっきーメアド交換しようぜあ公式メアドあとお前らだけなんだよじゃあ俺の
You got them all.
登録してくれ影山元気か
Still cares for him.
おおテスト期間以外は
昔とはだいぶプレースタイル変わってたしよ
お前は中学のこと気にしすぎ
影山のトス誰も打たなかったってやつかでも喧嘩するくらい普通だろ譲れなくて喧嘩すんの普通だ影山も大丈夫だ
別に影山なんかどうでもいいし次の公式戦で潰してやる
I don't even know when the next time we'll see those guys is.
どうでした感触は
2対2はありゃいいな
カラスノの10番は結局最後まで
サポート
マジですか
But he learned though.
いやでも一番ギラギラしてたよ他の選手も確実に感化されていた
高さというものに対する圧倒的な上絶対にそれあるんだ俺たちに
He recognizes.
体格の代わりに与えられたものこそ
天垣です
Washi Ju. Oh, fuck's sake, not the oysters!
これがうまいんす
Yeah, I would have liked like more episodes like where with that training camps, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for them all to get back together. Oh, it's back to normal again. Yep, things haven't changed. Gotta win.
この5日間何やってた
Kageyama doesn't know, does he?
ボール拾い部室が体育館の鍵持ってる
持ってない
Oh, fuck's sake. Alright, fuck it, we don't need a gym.
でやっぱ一番うめえのは五色だったなつうかそっちはすげえやついた
おう
月張り乗るようなやつばっかりだよな
小さな巨人がいたぞ身長170センチ前後で月張りでは見たことねえ人だったけど
Interesting. So he's never been in...
間違いなく合宿メンバーの中でもトップクラスの選手だったお前の100倍うまかった
はい余計な一言
Just gotta give him that incentive, innit?
いりますかな
おやっぱり来てたか
つうか
Yeah.
大会早々早いんだよ
It's like back in season 1 when he was flicking around the keys.
安心するわ
お前もっと飛べるぞ
Ah, I love that encouragement.
来週急遽練習試合入ったから準備しとけ
どことっすか
カラスの
Oh, Datako! They're doing a practice match with him? Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, episode 5. Right, well, they brought up the whole king thing again with Kageyama, so I don't know, It was definitely interesting in regards to the training that he was doing, especially with the team of, like, the best people there, which, well, obviously the characters that we got introduced to. So it was obviously Kageyama, it was Atsumu, it was Hoshiomi, which I believe is the name of the guy with the white hair, and then Sakasa was on that team as well. And during that match, it was definitely, like, interesting at that point. I can kind of relate to one point in my life where, so when I was, I mean, God, I'm probably not anymore, probably nowhere near, because I definitely don't I definitely don't train or anything like that or do a lot of sports. So, but when I was younger, I was known as the guy who was quick. I was fast. I was pacey, and I represented my hometown in a sort of an overall tournament in racing and stuff like that. And I remember getting to, like, it was essentially like this whole sort of complex where we all sort of, you know, did our own, you know, it wasn't just like for people who were racing and stuff like that. Like, that was our sort of event kind of thing. And it was like an athletics tournament and stuff. So but I remember getting there, and it was just these people from essentially all over the county that were all that all came from their relative different towns and everything from around the county. A county is essentially a state, what you would call a state, like in the US. And yeah, like I just remember like going there and going up against people where, not to sort of diminish like people that were like that weren't as quick as me, like where I was, you know what I mean, because I had like challenges there, but it got to a point where in the race it was like, it wasn't a case between fighting for top place against like one or maybe two other people, but like everybody there like had their, like, they were fast, you know. So it's almost like one of those things that I can kind of on some level get, like, understand what Kageyama's at there. Like, he came out of the junior high school where he was just way better than everybody else, and the other teammates couldn't keep up with him, right? And he was given the king of the court whole thing. And then going to Karasuno, he learned to play with his own teammates and stuff like that, and within that, you know, whilst we have been brought up with Karasuno for like the past 3 seasons, we know how determined they are, and it's not as about talent in that team as it is like sheer hard work. Whereas when we go over to like the national youth camp and you have all of these, you know, characters that were invited there, like they are kind of on another level ability wise, and I feel like, you know, Kageyama taking that into account, like Kageyama almost being able to sort of let loose in a way, and like, you know, feel like he is on par with everyone there. Where I feel like in Karasuno he's kind of like the pillar that helps his team around him, just because he brings everyone up to that level. Whereas he almost feels like he is on level with those people there, which is, you know, and I was wondering if this whole thing is going to play into him going forward, into his character going back to Karasuno, and just like a couple episodes ago when he set up that toss expecting, like, you know, he wasn't expecting Hinata to be there, but because of force of habit he threw it up and no one was there. I wonder if the same thing's going to happen in the opposite way, where he's going to play to a degree that almost like that even like Karasuno can't keep up with. And I wonder if the whole king thing's going to come back again. Now, I wrote, like, you know, I was talking about at the beginning of this episode about Atsumu again, and how I wonder if he's going to bring out the king again. I mean, at this point, I was expecting they were going to stay at these training camps for, like, you know, a bit longer in terms of episodes, but I feel like that's it now. It was just a short arc over the course of 5 episodes, you know, but it seems like that could happen regardless. I mean, otherwise, I don't see the reason why they would bring it up as such like a prominent thing. It feels like it's a big thing that they brought it back up again, and I feel like it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be something that's in the back of Kageyama's head now. What Atsumu said. Now, I feel like I may have been a bit harsh on Atsumu. Like, I feel like I may have got him wrong, because I'm thinking about it now, and maybe what he did say was just rang true. Like, he wasn't lying when he says that you're a goody two shoes on the court. Basically, like, it's alluding to the fact that he isn't a goody two shoes on the court, and that's why, like, Atsumu's genuinely given him some good advice there. And it's just on the court where he's like, he's got that act of like being a bit dickish or whatever, you know. But you know, it's just, yeah. I feel like I could bring out the king again, and it's going to depend on how things pan out. The interesting thing is that this time it's not with, I mean, you know, the likes of King Daichi and Konami back then in junior high, like they just weren't on that level. Whereas I feel like, and also I don't think willing to even try to get like to deal with the like Kageyama's passes and tosses and everything like that. Whereas I feel like Karasuno can do that, and even though that may break out at some point and Kageyama comes back to this whole king thing again, that maybe that it won't affect them. Like, I can see something happening where Kageyama gets a toss-up and, like, you know, Hinata or whoever fails to hit it, and Kageyama sort of, like, you know, he freaks out and shouts at them a bit. And then he realizes, oh shit, like, you know, he's kind of like reverted back to that old thing, and he like has like a moment to think about it and be like, oh shit, oh no. But then it's fine because, you know, those, like, you know, whoever, Karasuno or whatever, they're able to take it and just be like, yeah, my fault, sorry. And you know, and they won't have the same reaction, right? But we'll see. You know, that's just completely hypothetical and just a theory. But, you know, I feel like at some point it's definitely going to be within Kageyama's head, and I don't feel a reason. Like, I feel like they brought it up for a reason. I think it's going to come out at some point, but we'll see. Konami, yeah, he had like this during the one of the matches that they were having. He had a dump, but he didn't. So the setter, instead of going up for a toss, actually sort of tossed it over to the side, which it wasn't necessarily a dump. But I feel like it was because there was a blocker on the other side, almost blocking a dump from happening. So instead, he sort of tossed it over to one side, which is definitely an interesting sort of attack because that's something we've never seen before. So that was sort of just interesting to see. Like, I've said this before about how it's the great thing about like Haikyuu is that you just never know, like, something crazy like that stops the momentum of something can just happen like instantly. Like, I remember that, like, that's why I love the dumps so much, was because it just like it's like it throws you off, the viewer, just as much as it throws the opponents off. Like, you're like, what shit? I can't believe you just did that. So yeah, but like similar with that, it's like you don't know what attack's coming next, and I feel like everything's so like everything can be so quick and snappy, and you understand everything that's going on, and I think that, like, it's just one of the main strengths of the show. So yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, the thing I didn't even talk about the 2-on-2, you know, I mentioned it a bit in the reaction, but yeah, I like the idea that by forcing them into 2-on-2 situations means that you are automatically pushed into a situation where you have to do things that you are, like, you know, your position determines that you don't have to do. Which means that, you know, if there is a case in a match that, you know, a situation that arises where you have to receive the ball or whatever, or make a block, anything like that, that, you know, you've got that training and experience by, you know, doing the 2-on-2 thing. So yeah, it's really cool. And also, yeah, I really like the whole dynamic between that, but also like keeping, sort of switching around the teams as well, which we didn't really get to go in depth on that, which is why I kind of am a bit sad that bit of the, like, that arc is over, because I quite like that. You know, but like having Tsukishima and Goshiki on the same team, him tossing it up, he's not very good at sort of the overhand pass, or what you would consider sort of like a toss. But he said that it kind of like swerved, and I think what he was talking about was it swerved towards the net, and whilst Tsukishima was like, oh, I'm not, you know, that's a terrible serve, or sorry, a terrible toss, Goshiki was fine with it because he likes serves that are close to the net, doesn't he? So, you know, kind of accidentally worked out for him there, but yeah, that's cool. So, Hoshiomi, the guy with the white hair, I believe that's the guy, right? Interestingly enough, Kageyama said that he's never been in Volleyball Monthly, which is interesting considering he's the third, like, in the top 3, like, aces in the country, right? So it's interesting that he's not. Like, I wonder why that is. I think what's going to be interesting is what his team is, because he could be part of a team that's just not that, like, that's not considered a powerhouse, you know? So maybe he kind of goes under the radar, and the whole idea of him being like top 3 aces in the country, like, might be overshadowed because, like, you know, or maybe underplayed because he is a part of a team that's maybe not as good. Although I feel like, nah, because, I mean, yeah, I mean, they've set it up so that they're at the Nationals. Though I guess they could be part of a prefecture that's not as gifted in volleyball. I don't know. Anything could be up at this point. I'm just trying to think of reasons as to why he wouldn't be in the Volleyball Monthly sort of magazine or anything. But who knows? I'm sure we'll get to that at some point. Yeah, and then they obviously came back together, which again, like, it was kind of like understated, like when I said in the reaction, like, it's a bit sad that we're not sticking with that for a bit longer, but you know, it's not like I'm not happy for them to get back together with them again, because they've done a great job of, over the course of 5 episodes, made it feel like it's been so long since they've been together, you know, like it's been a while, but it's only been 5 episodes. It's like, it's crazy how that works. So yeah, I mean, really, realistically, it's kind of only been 4 episodes, hasn't it? Because for the first half of the first episode, they were still with Karasuno, so it's more likely been 4 episodes, which realistically is only like what, like an hour and 20 minutes, really, of footage. So yeah, it's really cool how they've done that. But yeah, it's all back to normal now, and they are going up against Datako as their practice match, which is cool because we haven't been with them for quite a while now. I feel like the last time they were up against those guys was season 2, around season 2, halfway through season 2, somewhere like that. It's interesting. So yeah, it's not going to be long before we go back to Koganagawa again, because he's part of Datako, isn't he? So, but yeah, it's great to see, like, when as soon as they mentioned Karasuno, like, you know, the 2 guys just immediately, like, it's Ione, isn't it? One of the guys. But their faces just changed, like, right, time to get serious. Because they all just have that image now of just, like, revenge on their mind. Because at this point, the Karasuno's beaten them the last 2 times, haven't they? So, and it's a practice match. So I feel like I'm going to throw out a theory there, and normally it is one of those things where, like, I fuck up again, but I feel like Datako's going to do it this time. Because with no sort of, it sounds bad to say with no consequences on the line, but the idea that, you know, like, it's a practice match, you can't just have Karasuno run through everyone. Well, they wouldn't run through everyone, but, like, you know, beat everyone constantly. I feel like if you want to keep Datako, like, a team up there that you can consider, like, a team that we know and can consider sort of rivals of Karasuno, not to the degree of some other ones, but if you want to keep them like a dangerous team, then you've got to let them have a win. So I feel like, you know, it's I feel like they're going to win, but yeah, we'll wait and see on that. But anyway, yeah, that is all I've got for episode 5. So thank you everybody for watching. In the description below, I have links to certain things. One of them is the Discord, so you can get over there if you wish. And I also have a Patreon page as well. So if you do want to support me, that'd be very much appreciated. I'm trying to get back to doing this full time, so you know, it will be very much appreciated if you do want to support me. There is a bunch of different tiers and rewards there, depending on how much you want to support me with. So there's the early access tier for $5 a month. Gives you access to shows a week early, and I was doing 4 episodes of Hunter x Hunter a week, so even though now, like as of right now, the most public episode is what, episode 82, I'm pretty much finished the show at this point, so you can go become an early access tier patron and have access to like the last half of the show, so it's like what, like 70 episodes or something like that, something close to that, that you can go watch. So yeah, you can go enjoy those if you want. There's also $10 there for full length, so if you do want to you know, watch any of my reactions in full uncut, then you can do by becoming a full length tier patron. And then there are other tiers where you can pay to have a certain reaction, a certain show reacted to, sorry. So if you want me to react to a show, go have a look at those tiers and see what they offer. But that's all I've got, so thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.